This right here is really what I want to get into, and then I'm going to show you how the post safety play and then the nickel play. But this would be a slot route tree or tight end route tree. So like really your 2s and 3s. I'm not talking about number 1 receivers because those are the corner play, and that's another whole different session about how we kind of play with those things. So here's how we break this down: black release, green release, and red stem, and I should say stem. So if the black stems is like your standard stop stuff, your timing stuff, and that is when we want to have outside leverage. And then also like the red is like easy. I'm just gonna cross over and get to it. And I'll talk about the footwork as best as I can in this short period of time. But if we're playing catch, let's just say we're 5, 6 off the man, and we do vary it. I'll tell guys like we want to play with it because we don't want to give them any type of rhythm. If they, their whole thing is get on the toes, and we want to play with it. We might be at 6 and just at the snap jump to 5 and play what we do within the the defense and play our leverage. So let me keep this clear. Oscar technique is outside leverage. Isaac is inside. So we just use that name, Isaac and Oscar. So when we play cover 1, we do have a cut player as a linebacker. We got the post safety. The biggest things we don't have help necessarily in is the slot fades and corner routes and outs. So we got to make sure we protect those. So I'll start with the black releases with the nickel play, and then I will get back to the clips of the post safety. So this thing is big, and I swear to goodness has been like the game changer, just recognizing the releases. And here's the problem that I had in the past. And when you're playing cover 1 and you get these greens, because green is mesh. That's what it is. It's mesh. It's the cover 1. It's what you're trying to do. You're running away from the leverage and getting that thing and killing guys with it. So where we line up straight up, we're banking on the green release. And then as soon as they go vertical, we know we're going to work our way to Oscar technique. So we're not just shaded heavy outside and letting them run away from us because we want to cover everything, but we still play with our leverage. So this route tree is like imperative of like how we do things and what, how to play this stuff. So I know I got the purple one in there, but in reality is I just kind of keep it simple and it's all red. And I mean, you can add bubble to it, which, let's be honest, if they throw bubble in cover 1, cool. It's great. But the biggest thing is how we play the black stems and ready to jump on the green. And once we get that wide release in the red, that's where we're still trying to work our outside. That's the box fade, aka slot fades, your angle routes. And then here's the other thing is typically, you start talking football, and a lot of times when you go divider rules, if a number 2 is somewhere near the hash, well, I know this, 4 verticals goes number, hash, numbers. They try to spread it out to go 4 verticals, the air raid principles, and get your reads. So I know that if a number 2 is on the hash and we get a red release, like how you see the seam, they're trying to move you to get you back on the hash. Very rarely are they going to run a vertical and run a seam, like run a black release and go seam. So the black release, we're protecting the corner. We know we have help to the post. And then obviously we want to stop the stick, the out, and then, undercut the digs and the curls and the ends. So this is like big. And I know ask me more questions about this, but hopefully this makes sense to you guys. I'll show you how we do this. And I'm going to go back before I get too far ahead of myself because I kind of skipped past it. And I want to go back to the post safety play because I got the clips on what we do as post safeties. And then we're going to get into the nickel play and then go from there. So, let me get you, here's some game clips of some of the things that all show up of like what we do and how this all translates. And then we'll talk about the stems. So right now we're just single high. And obviously I think there's so many things, like, of course, like if you just, you want to have some zones out of this and all that stuff, but post safety's there. Look at the depth, 16, maybe 17. And that's where, when we talk angles, he can play over top of everything. So with all these guys, and I'll get back into some of these things when it comes to the nickel play, but biggest thing is, right now, if I show you the angle, shoulder, boom, and then that's the post safety just reading what he does. Probably got a better view from here. And in this case, we're just looking at the quarterback. When you get veterans, they get a little savvy, man. They're gonna work their way, try to show something and come back over. Just because, some quarterbacks are gonna try to look you off and come back the other way. And here's another rule. If the quarterback's shoulder right now, let's just say he stays there. Yes, the safety is going to work his way back over. But if he goes back towards the field, I tell the safeties, you're fully committed back to the field because they don't have enough time to look one way, go the other way, and come back the other way. If that's the case, man, we're not paying the defensive linemen. They got to make that money. You can even see the nickel inside. He has the outside shade, and he does a great job on his job. But I'm going to get more in depth on that one. So these are just some of the clips of post safety play. There he is, same thing, get into the pedal, and sometimes it is just a matter of just read the cue, shoulders, easy, and then just always we want to be top down on the football. And our biggest goal for the underneath guys is the undercut, because it's no different than I was told early, I want to have a guy over top and a guy underneath. If you got two guys over top, that would be like two guys running the B gap. And we want to make sure we each do our jobs, and this is just our post safety play. You guys will get a good view of this as far as this view, and we're just reading the front shoulder. Go track the ball and do your thing. Okay, same thing. Just it's sometimes I'm telling you, football, we do a lot of drills. Sometimes it is just a matter of just run and go to where you want to go. So I'm just showing that on the post safety play as far as just be over top of it. That's another clinic we can do with the outside corner play. But just want to just give you guys the vision. And then sometimes here would be, if you're not at 16, 17, that we're going to cross run. We're going to cross run and get to it and then just read the cue. And I'm showing you this one because it's just a matter of continuous movement, staying over top, and just protect and make those guys feel confident, man. Protect everything. This is just a great job. When I show you from the different view, post safety, stay in the pedal, and at the end of the day, it's just, yeah, man, stay on top. We got a good little pressure on this one. It's good camera angle. We got good pressure on this one, but you can kind of see he's doing everything. I mean, take a look. He's right there. Just he got hit when he threw the ball. So different views of it. And, you get to be aggressive now. If you get that post safety doing everything right and just protecting everybody over top, you get to play aggressive with it. And, you can see he's just reading shoulders. Shoulders. This is the best part. If I show you this quarterback hands separate, that's when you're seeing him break. Okay, same stuff. Obviously, there's just a lot of single high. And, we do too high and you can bail to it. And it's just different techniques. This is an example of when I kind of said you can use that post safety. Okay, we use that post safety, and all we did is just double a receiver. Let everybody else play man-to-man, and we just doubled the one receiver. So there's different ways you can tag your post safety. But overall, we just read, play over top, do what we do with that. And again, this one's just a matter of get your depth. Quarterback stares at it. And each week it's different. It all depends on, especially if we got pressure on, all that stuff. We're reading the quarterback. I mean, you can probably see it from here. You read the quarterback's front shoulder. So there's a left shoulder. You can already see the post safety right there in the corner. Just be over top of everything. Roam the field. And that's how we get sideline to sideline.